Hello, creative friends, and welcome to the Stamping Squad. My name is Cheryl Dorsey. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I wanted to thank you for stopping by my channel today. Today is a especially fun day because just a few days ago, I surpassed 1,000 subscribers on this channel. So I just want to say thank you and give a big shout out to all of my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, I hope that you'll do that, and also click the notifications bell so that you know when I put a new video up for you. Today I have the cutest little Easter card for you. And it's a fun fold. Y'all know how much I love fun folds. There we go. So if you love fun folds too, I'm gonna link up here in the corner because I have a fun fold playlist. So you can find lots more fun folds there. But this one today is using the Easter Bunny stamp set. There's kind of a glare on there, but hopefully you can see. There's 3 cute little Easter bunnies that you can stamp and then color, and some great sentiments. Also this adorable little carrot, a little bird, a butterfly, Easter eggs. It's just a great stamp set, not only for Easter. I mean, I know it's called Easter Bunny, but for spring, right? All these things kind of make me think of spring. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to use some different paper and such. So let me show you what we're going to use today. First, a piece of cardstock that is 4 1/4 by 10 inches, and it's scored at 2 1/4 and then at 7 3/4. So 2 1/4, 7 3/4. And this is Granny Apple Green, which is a great color for spring. It's a great spring green color. All right, then we also need a piece of cardstock that is 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. Now that's the approximate size of this die cut. I used the, oh my goodness, colored and contour dies. I think that's what they were called. I'll make sure that I put it in the description below. And while I'm thinking about it, I always fill out the description below with all the products that I used. It's got the product numbers, it's got all the dimensions, all the measurements, and then also I have a link to my store. So if you don't already have a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator, so you can shop on my store. Links to my Facebook and my Instagram and my Pinterest. So all of that is in the description below. Okay, now, so if you just wanted to cut a piece of cardstock into a rectangle, 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. Then we need some basic white cardstock. First, this piece is going to go on the inside. It's 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And then a little piece that we're going to stamp our bunny and our sentiment on. This is 2 inches by 3 5/16. So I just measured this to fit right inside. I can pick it up here, right inside the stitched area of my die cut. So you would not have to have it be quite so precise if you were using just a rectangle of cardstock or maybe some other die. Then we have 2 pieces of basic white cardstock that are 2 1/8 by 4 1/8. And finally, we have 2 pieces of designer series paper that are 2 inches by 4 inches. And today I'm using paper from the Dandy Designs paper pack. This was a part of Celebration. It was one of the things you could choose for free, but as you're going to see today, you can use any kind of paper you like for this. Any paper that is like springtime paper would work great for this card. And at the end, I'm going to show you several other cards that I made. And then the last thing is just a little scrap of the basic white. All right, let me move this out of the way and let's start with stamping. So let me bring in just a piece of scrap paper here, and I'm going to be using my Memento Tuxedo black ink. And let's start with the focal image. So it's a little bunny, and the sentiment that says, oh, let me turn it around, I can't read upside down. It says, enjoy all the little moments. So those are the two we're going to use. Let me grab my piece of cardstock here. Okay, and so first I'm going to stamp the sentiment right down here on the bottom. So let me get my stamp inked up. And then I'm just going to press that down and hold it for a moment. Lift it up, and there we go. Enjoy all the little moments. And now we need to stamp our bunny. So let me just get him inked up, or her, I don't know. With the animals, it's hard to tell, right? We don't know. Okay, so let me get the cute bunny lined up here. There we go. Wow, for some reason I'm having trouble seeing today. My goodness. There we go. Maybe it's because of all this white here. Makes it a little bit hard for me to see, but adorable. Bunny, enjoy all the little moments. So I'm going to set that aside. And now let's grab the piece of cardstock for the inside of our card. And I'm going to stamp the Happy Easter sentiment. That's here. So again, just inking up the stamp. A little more ink. There we go. And I'm just going to stamp that down here in the corner. There we are. And then one more thing for the inside of the card is this little bird stamp. Oh, it's so cute. It's really sweet. So I'm going to put the little bird right here. I just love that. So adorable. All right, that's going to be the inside of the card. And let's see, was there anything else we need to stamp? Ah, yes, one more thing. This is my little bitty scrap of basic white, and now I've got the butterfly stamp. So I'm going to stamp a little butterfly here. Then later I'm going to be just fussy cutting that out. And there is our butterfly. Okay. Let me put my ink pad away. And I think I can move this out of the way as well. All right. Let's start putting some things together. This is our card base, and I already scored it. So now I just need to fold it. I'm going to use my bone folder here to get a nice crisp edge there. And I'm just going to turn it over and do that again. So does it feel like spring where you are? It's really cloudy here today, so it doesn't feel super spring-like, unfortunately. All right, let's glue some things together. I'm going to grab these two pieces of basic white and the two pieces of designer series paper. And I need my liquid glue. Here we go. I haven't used this glue today, so let's see if it's going to cooperate with me. And yeah, there it is. And come out. Sometimes I find if my glue sits for a little while, it doesn't want to come out. So I'm just going to center this up on this piece of cardstock. There's a very tiny border of white around the edge. There we go. And now I'm going to take this and adhere it to my card base. So this is, again, it's an easy card. I love these easy fun folds. But they're so cute. And whoever you give it to will be very impressed, right, with all of your card making skills. So one more piece of Designer Series paper. Onto the basic white. Just trying to make sure I get that on there straight. And now this goes onto our card base. And you'll see in my examples that I show you at the end that sometimes I have the same cardstock on the top and bottom, and sometimes I have different pieces. So that's another way you can make the design your own. Whatever you feel like. Okay. Oh, and one more thing I wanted to tell all of you while I'm thinking about it. So let's see, today is Saturday, and it's February, oh my goodness, February 4th. Today is Saturday, February 4th, 2023. And tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to go live on my Facebook page at 4 p.m. Pacific time. And we're going to make some easy cards. Easy cards with Designer Series paper as the star. So if you are interested in that, again, down below, there's a link to my Facebook page. You can just grab that link and then join us at 4 o'clock. It'll be super fun. I love it. It's great when you guys are over there with me and we can chat a little bit. All right, so here's all my things that need to be colored. Well, that one's actually already colored. This is the one I just stamped for you. And this is after I colored it. I didn't think you guys would want to watch me color and color and color for, for hours today. And here's the bunny that we stamped. And here's one that is already colored. So what colors did I use? This little bunny is gray. Let me hold him up here so you can see him a little better. A little gray bunny. And I used the light and dark Smoky Slate. And I also use the light and dark gray Granite. The Smoky Slate markers are a little bit darker than these gray Granite ones. So by using all four of these, you can really nuance the shading if you want to. Certainly don't have to do that, but I had some time, and so I thought I would just sit and play for a while. And so I created a little bit more depth in the shading. And then I also used the Petal Pink to do the ears and the nose and these little pads on his feet. Okay, let's go ahead and glue him on here. So a little liquid glue. And let's see if I can line this up right in between these little stitches. There we go. It just fits in there. Great. All right, let me bring back my card base. And now I want to adhere this to the front. And I only want to put glue on this top section right here because I don't want to glue my card shut, right? And so, let's see, I was just kind of counting the bumps here. You could lay it down and mark it with a pencil if you wanted to, but it has these handy little bumps there. And so I was putting 5 bumps on the top flap. So that's where I'm going to put my glue. And I'm going to put it off to the side here a little bit. You could center it if you wanted to, or put it over toward the right-hand side. Again, whatever design that you like. And you could even kind of put him cattywampus on there if you wanted to. He doesn't have to be straight up and down. All right, let me grab this piece that's going to go on the inside. I had already colored the little bird. So, more glue. I go through a lot of glue, you guys. It's my favorite adhesive. If you watch my videos, you've heard me say that a million times, but it's my very favorite. And I use a lot. I have liquid glue added to almost every one of my orders, because I use it almost exclusively. Once in a while I'll use the Stampin' Seal tape adhesive, or sometimes if I'm doing a 3D project, I will use the tear and tape. But otherwise, I just love the liquid glue. Okay, then the last little thing that we had stamped was the little butterfly, and here's one that I had already stamped and colored, and that's Fresh Freesia and Pool Party. Those were the colors I used on there. So I am gonna cut this out for you while we are here together, and I'm just gonna leave a little tiny margin of white around the edges here. I think that makes it stand out a little bit more. And if you're familiar with our stamps and die cuts, that is usually how the die cuts work when we're die cutting an image. It leaves a little bit of a white margin around the edge. And quite honestly, that does make it quite a bit easier to cut out. So if you're trying to stay right on that black line, anyway, for me, that's more than I can do. So leaving a little margin works for me. Okay, there's our little butterfly. And you know what? I'm gonna put the butterfly on with a couple of these little, whoops, he's flying away. A couple of these little mini dimensionals. I can just fit 2 of them on here. One more. And here we go, one more right there. Now let's take the backing off. And then I'm just going to put him right up here by the bunny's ear. So the butterfly looks like he's resting right on the bunny's ear. There we go. Just like that. Enjoy all the little moments. Happy Easter. So I think that's just an adorable card. Let me remind you of the one that I showed you at the beginning of the video before we got started making this one. So this one also used paper from the Dandy Designs paper pack that we got during Celebration. And this is also a gray bunny. And I used Calypso Coral cardstock, which I think turned out really great. So I love this. And then I used Flirty Flamingo for his ears. So let's see what else we've got. I made a few more because once I got started, I just couldn't stop. This one, cute. And the pinks, again, this is a gray bunny. And this is from, I think it was called Gingham Cottage. The paper pack called Gingham Cottage. And I believe that was in the fall mini catalog. So if you've got some Gingham Cottage paper left, be sure and pull it out because it makes great Easter cards and spring cards. Here's another one. This is also from that Gingham Cottage paper pack. And so there's my bunny. This time I did a brown bunny. And for my brown bunny, I used light and dark soft suede and light and dark crumb cake. And then I did put the butterfly up here, but I felt like this card, I think maybe because this is So Saffron, because the So Saffron was so soft and so light, I felt like it needed a little more color. So I stamped an Easter egg and colored it and put it on there as well. And then finally, here's one in blue. And do you recognize this paper? This is the Country Floral Lane paper that was we used a lot of this paper for Valentine's Day. But it's not Valentine's Day anymore, but I thought this paper really made a cute Easter card. Again, a brown bunny and the little butterfly, and inside the Happy Easter. All right, so you've got a lot to choose from here. We've got the So Saffron, we've got Balmy Blue. I don't know if I said that, that's Balmy Blue. This one is Calypso Coral. Then we also have Blushing Bride. That's what color that is. And this one in Granny Apple Green. And I'm kind of off center here. Let's see if I can get them up here where you can see them a little bit better. There they are. There they are. So tell me which one you like the best. I cannot choose because I think they're all cute, and I was just getting started. I'm going to be making a lot more of these. I'm going to pull out my paper and see what papers I have that I can use to make some more of these adorable cards. All right, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much again for stopping by. Subscribe if you liked this project and if you like my videos. So subscribe, hit the notification button, give me a like at the bottom, and be sure to check out the description so you can get all the details about these cards. All right, thank you very much. We'll see you soon.